Why am I out of breath, you ask? Well, let's see, I went down a bunch of stairs, across the street, looked both ways, climbed up a bunch of stairs to get to the top of this parking garage in beautiful Syracuse, New York, where we're here to do a bird job. I'm Matt Miller, and this is Around Town with Town & Country Pest Solutions. Today we're out at Syracuse, New York, the beautiful Salt City, for kind of a unique job. We're up on a rooftop. Caleb, what brings us all the way out here?
Crows, actually, believe it or not. Crows are roosting up on this roof and roosting in those trees. They like to stay really warm in the wintertime. And so they do that by congregating together inside of a tree or inside of a space to keep their body heat going. And if you know anything about the Syracuse area, it's very hilly. So what the birds have found is that if they go down into this, what we call a bowl, they're finding these trees that are perfectly protected by wind. So it's keeping them in a good spot to not be bothered by the cold weather. They're using the ledges to roost on this building here and the parking garage across the way, which we've got 2 crews working on over there, 2 guys working. But the steps to this is basically we're gonna come through and get all the feces off. Once we get that off, then we disinfect it with DSV. And the reason you do those 2 things are for 2 reasons. One is to neutralize the pheromones. Birds have been coming here and they can smell that and see it. It's what we would call heavier pressure. It would attract a lot more. So if we get it off, we start with a clean slate. Additional to that, the second reason is in order to get the adhesive to stick to the metal, we want a clean slate. If it's just dust and dirt and poop, then it's not going to stick very well and it won't last very long.
Glad to be out here in Syracuse, New York. I didn't know that we came all the way out here.
Yeah, so we have teams out here 24/7. They live out here, they work out here, right here in Syracuse. However, wildlife is only a bigger type job, so we'll come out here for bigger wildlife situations, and this is what we would consider a larger wildlife project. This will take us all day, and then it's an ongoing process. So we're going to come out every 2 months to replace the repellents, to check on some of our bird spikes to make sure they're still secure, and to make sure that the process is working. Again, this is going to pick up again most likely in the fall and winter time, but we're preparing now for it.
Nice. All right, well, let's check out what the other guys are up to.
All right.
Equipped with plenty of construction adhesive and a specialty product from Bird Be Gone, the guys across the street have made some major progress on top of the parking garage.
Ethan's installing Bird Be Gone patented bird spikes right along the edge of the building. And if you took one look right along outside of any other building, right along the edge there, that's where a bird's definitely going to want to roost. So these are the perfect deterrent.
The final step was to take care of the courtyard filled with trees and even more ledges pesky birds could roost on. For this area, we stuck with the Bird Be Gone system by outfitting the ledges with bird spikes and installed a few of their Bird Out aromatic repellent devices onto the surrounding trees. The bird repellent cartridges use 20% methyl anthranilate, and its scent greatly irritates the sensory nerves of a bird without causing them actual harm. This non-toxic food-grade ingredient is safe to use around people, pets, and other animals.
Well, that wraps it up for us. As for the rest of the crew, thanks to Bird Be Gone, this job should be a piece of cake. Anyway, I'm Matt Miller. We'll see you at the next job. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to make sure all of our content gets right into your feed from Town & Country Pest Solutions.